Welcome. So today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Now, someone sent me this video, and because, I'm a big fan of ChatGPT, and, I've been preaching ChatGPT since day one. So I was like, you know what? Let me go and watch a video. We're going to go and watch a video together, guys. So let's go ahead and dive into it.
Surely you've heard about this, right?
We did a whole segment on
so of course you know about this.
Yeah.
Chatbots, artificial intelligence tools, just like the newly introduced ChatGPT, they can effectively create written content and perform tasks like writing essays or legal documents.
And these functions can make your daily life a lot easier, but there's a real danger that the evolutions in AI could cost some humans their jobs in the near future. In a recent article on CBSNews.com, Money Watch reporter Megan Cirillo takes a look at what types of jobs could be at risk as a result of the improving technology. And Megan is here with us now.
So listen, okay, now, you might be watching this and you're probably thinking in your industry, in your job, you know what, my job's not going to be affected, or, I'm in an industry that, we don't use any automation. But I want you to keep paying attention here, okay? Just keep watching.
So I know we're sort of like pitching this like people are going to lose their jobs. I prefer to say something like the employment landscape could change, instead of just, we're all going to lose our jobs. Because I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen, but it's definitely going to change the way we perform our jobs for some of us. So for people who don't know, explain the tasks that chatbots and sort of other emerging AIs can do. What can they do and what can they replace?
Indeed, for starters, your jobs are safe.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I keep thinking of Max Headroom and what he must be like now with technology, AI technology.
They are
less glitchy.
They are going to change the way we work, and many people are touting them as sort of assistants, thought partners that will enhance the way we work. So,
which is very interesting, and the person being interviewed is like, well, your job is safe. Well, is it though? Imagine if you could have an AI, right? Which obviously, if you go ahead and watch my last video that I did a couple of days ago about how you can be able to use, artificial intelligence to take yourself and basically take your image and make it into, make it a live video. What if in the next 5-10 years, you're able to basically mimic a presenter, right? And people can't even tell the difference. And I don't think anybody's job is safe, personally, if you're asking me. But watch at the end of the video. I'm going to tell you what I think you should do to protect yourself from artificial, from the dominance is going to come from artificial intelligence. And I'm also going to share with you an insane article by Forbes as well as to what the projection is going to be by 2025. Okay.
ChatGPT and other similar tools can generate coherent text. High schoolers were the first to start experimenting with ChatGPT, having it write their essays. Real estate agents are making use of the technology to, give it strict parameters, and then they can write listings about the components of a home. It has this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, which actually they say frees them up to do more human work, like show homes.
Right.
So it's here to stay, and it's going to be very influential, but it's not necessarily going to take away jobs. It could, however, free humans up to do human work, and while it will do more robotic work.
And we saw similar things.
And by human work, I assume sit down on the couch, drink a beer, and be lazy. Because inherently, what humans are inherently lazy, because there's a psychological part of the brain that basically we will do more to avoid pain than we will to gain pleasure. Just say that, and I'm going to say that again. We will do more to avoid pain than we will to gain pleasure. So just think about how insane she's saying, well, it's going to free up, humans to do human work. What really is human work? Because the only reason why most people work is to be able to pay bills. And if artificial intelligence can do it, why are people going to do the job, right? Now, I don't want to instill any fear tactic or anything, but I want you guys to pay attention. There's a reason why I want you guys to watch this.
100 years ago with the assembly line, with the Model T, Ford vehicles, that once you automate certain components, then humans can do other things. But if you try to get any customer service lately, you're going to encounter a chat bot first. I see that all the time. And then you have such a unique issue. Well, let me get you in contact with a human. But you mentioned on the academic front, CBS Money Watch recently spoke with the CEO of the online course provider Coursera about how he uses ChatGPT. What are you learning? Because it's as if there is some benefits and it's not all risky.
He's taken it to a whole nother level. He calls ChatGPT a thought partner, and he treats the tool like another member of his executive team. He said if he had the choice, he'd choose the human over the bot, but the bot's free and it's available 24/7. So he'll enter prompts. He was at Davos. He'll enter a prompt like, I'm going to give a speech to 50 prime ministers. What should I know? What should I be aware of? What should I consider? He said he uses it to check his thinking and make him aware of his blind spots and biases.
So I know, like, the like fire alarm was raised about GPT in relation to education, kids cheating. Like, that's the sexy headline. But
listen, if I was if I was in high school right now and ChatGPT existed, I would write code to get it to give me so much data. Like, I don't even think I would even study for a test. But obviously, you know, there was a lot of things that, you know, are existing now that, you know, if it was existing back in my day, we would be the laziest. That's why I feel bad for the future generation coming up, because guess what? They have access to so much information, but also they also have access to not working, because, I mean, there's really no incentive to, because they are the most comfortable that they've ever been, right?
I thought to myself when I sort of experimented with it, this may really change the way we write and what we consider a good writer. Now you have something that can write a basic text for you. Making you a good writer means having the ability to enhance this basic text.
Push beyond that.
Maybe that's what the future will hold, right? So let's talk about using these advanced sort of chatbots in education, and whether or not, instead of being seen as sort of the enemy, it can actually be folded into a new way of teaching.
Well, consider the calculator, which we all make use of on a daily basis. It doesn't mean that we no longer know how to do math, right? Kids in school are still taught addition and subtraction and multiplication and division, but it helps us very much through our daily lives. So folks have compared this to the calculator. It doesn't mean that we're going to stop teaching how to write, but it's going to require educators and teachers to be more thoughtful about the assignments that they give students. So instead of, you know, summarize this text or tell me what this story is about, they're going to ask more sophisticated questions that require students' brains to think differently. And to be sure, this technology is very new, but an undergrad at Princeton actually already came out with a tool that's supposed to detect whether or not a piece of text was written by a chatbot, and it's pretty accurate. And OpenAI,
well, okay, so here's the thing with that is, yes, there are tools out there that can be able to check content written by OpenAI for, you know, so people can avoid cheating and plagiarism, right? But I want you to think about it from a perspective, if they are, you know, yes, you can check, but let's say, you know, I need to run an ad, right? And I can't really think about the ad copy that I really want to run, or the ad copy that I want to use. And I just go ahead and type on ChatGPT, and I'm like, write me a Facebook ad, 2 chiropractors, or write me a Facebook ad, 2 seniors, detailing why the importance of filing expense insurance, and then make it persuasive and put in some emotion. And ChatGPT will write it. It will write the content, and it'll actually put that content out there. So from a perspective of studying, and from a perspective of like, yes, if I have to submit a quiz, yes, you know, it's good to check. But from a perspective of actually making money, ChatGPT is probably the best tool that you probably need right now in your business.
ChatGPT is yesterday announced that it has made its own. So eventually there will be tools that will be able to check, you know, if something was written by a bot or a human. And I really like the comparison to the calculator. It's something that, you know, we still learn how to do math, but it's something that does really make our lives easier.
Yeah, you said it can sort of compile coherent thought. I thought that was a great way of kind of like describing it, because it's not that a great writer. It's just an adequate writer. And we're living in an era where compiling or collecting information is super easy.
All right, so that's pretty much it. But now the key point of what I wanted you to take away from this video is, artificial intelligence is not taking your job. It's not taking your job. That's unless you want to sit on the couch and drink beer. What artificial intelligence is doing is opening and expanding new horizons, right? And businesses that don't use AI will end up going out of business. It's like, think about it from 30, 40 years ago. People who were like, well, the internet came in, and then they're like, yeah, well, I'm not touching that internet thing. Oh my God, why would I do the internet? And guess what? Now they're out of business. They are out of business, a sinking ship. You have to understand, the ability for your business to survive is very, very dependent on your ability to adapt. All right. So I'm going to show you this Forbes article here that says US lost over 60 million jobs Now robots, tech, and artificial intelligence will take millions more. Now it's referring from basically the technology age, but we're not even going to technology age, and I'm not going to talk about that as well. But the main key thing here that I wanted you to take away from this article is, let me find it here, is the organization cites that the automation will supplant about 85 million jobs by 2025. Okay, now I want you to think about it from a perspective here is, okay, from this Forbes article. I don't want to bore you by actually going into the article, but the main takeaway from it is there are new jobs that are going to be created. There are new horizons. There are new millionaires and billionaires are going to be created in an artificial intelligence world. If you're already paying attention to your ad, your Facebook, your Instagram, and you've seen all the ads coming in, I want you to pay attention to the fact that everyone is launching a new product. If you don't know how to code, you can literally have ChatGPT write your code. You learn database from actually being on the platform, and then voila, you're ready to go. So listen, if you're ready to get your business up and rolling, if you're ready to go ahead and see how you can leverage artificial intelligence and build your software company with my guidance, go ahead and click the link in the description to go ahead and claim your 14-day free trial of Go High Level, which is one of the softwares that I use in my business and has been able to take my business to a 6-figure business in less than a few months. So go ahead and click the link in the description and sub to the channel as well, guys. And let me know what you think about the reactionary videos. Like I said, I'm getting you into the reactionary space, but I feel like you guys need a little bit more diverse content. So drop a like and drop a sub, and I'll see you guys in a future video.